Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without a Hank. My name is John Green, manager of AFC Wimbledon. Greatest team in the history of teams. The greatest achievement, I would submit, in the history of humans. And today we're taking on Scunthorpe United. Scunthorpe. The kind of place that sounds made up in England, but there are so many places that seem made up in England. Presumably, some of them are real. So in our first game, we drew 0-0. It was a heroic, glorious 0-0 draw, featuring many corner kicks, and I believe no shots on goal. But since then, I have turned off my Connect. So, I'm full of hope. I'm full of hope for this game. We just need the boys to come through. There, to John Green. Yes. Wait for it. Wait for your husband and father of your son. Yes, cut back. Oh, it's beautiful. To Akinfenwa, finish. Oh, we tried to get too fancy, guys. We did one trick. It was like we were like a 3-trick pony. You want to be a 1-trick pony, ideally. That's my understanding of that cliche. Anyway, today's topic comes from a Project for Awesome donor. Thank you to everybody who donated to the 2015 Project for Awesome. We raised more than $1.5 million for charity this year in a week. This question comes, or this topic comes from Avery, who has submitted a topic and donated to the Project for Awesome. So thank you so much, Avery. And Avery's topic, oh God, Scunthorpe are passing like Barcelona. They just did a back heel. Did nobody tell them that they're Scunthorpe? Anyway, today's topic from Avery is Avery says, I have generalized anxiety and persistent depression. I just got fouled, and I'm going to college next year. Do you have any tips for motivation, making new friends, etc.? Yeah, I mean, a little bit. Did you see, Meredith, did you see the DFTBA on their shorts? It was frickin' beautiful. I feel like maybe FIFA, the video game, went to unusual lengths. It's Akinfenwa. It has to be, but it isn't. Went to unusual lengths to really highlight the DFTBA Nerdfighteria on the shorts there. It was a beautiful shot. Anyway, so, I mean, obviously, I have, well, this is not obvious, but I talk about it some. I have OCD, and, I have a, which is often linked to anxiety and depression issues, and I have had, I've had periods of depression in my life, and certainly long periods of poorly managed anxiety. I mean, I guess the main thing that I would say is that it's scarier now. Like, the first couple days of college were extremely scary for me, but you've got to remember that it's pretty much equally scary for everyone. Everyone is in the same boat, and there's something kind of comforting about that. Like, you just need to remember that they also don't remember your name yet, and they are also super nervous, and they also don't know where to eat dinner. And hopefully I think there is a bit of shared, that's more like the Scunthorpe I know and love. Hopefully there's a sense of shared mission in that. That's kind of what happened to me my freshman year of college. I was extremely nervous about going to college because I was like, how do you even make a friend? And then it just sort of slowly happened. In fact, not even that slowly. I mean, really, because everybody is so, everybody wants to be friends, I like being balanced. I'm happy with balance. But I'm a little concerned about our performance against Scunthorpe so far, Meredith. I feel like Scunthorpe is a team that this AFC Wimbledon should be able to take on. It's great to see ball. By the way, other John Green, he's now a... where do you want the ball? I can't tell. You're not pointing right. One thing I really like about other John Green is that now that he's a... Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Get to that! Get to that! Oh, man. What we need, Meredith, mostly is names for these gentlemen, because I feel like that's where they're coming up short, is because they don't have names. They don't have nicknames yet. Players love a good nickname. That's a great ball! Oh my God! What? Didn't the ball go in the net? Am I wrong? Oh my, for the love of God. We just scored our first goal. Adebayo Akinfenwa, his body was in the wrong position, but it didn't matter because he's so incredibly strong. He's a beast. That's his word for himself. Beast mode on. I have a song for him, Meredith. But yeah. So you know when back many years ago, like 15 years ago. Woo, that was a little nerve-wracking. I'll get back to college in a second, Avery. But back like 15 years ago, there was this Brazilian player, Ronaldo. He was the best player in the world, but he's a bigger gentleman, and he was not known for his fitness. It has to be said that Akinfenwa is supremely fit. He's just freaking big and strong. But what they used to sing is, he's big, he's round, he's worth £1 million, Ronaldo. So I think we've got a version of that for Akinfenwa, but obviously he's got to score for me to sing his name. I want to. I'm ready. Come on. That's nice. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. It's Callum Kennedy roaring. Oh! Oh, it had to be, but somehow it didn't happen. AFC Wimbledon still looking for their first goal of this preseason, which also would be the first goal of their newly reformed Wimbledon. I feel like I was fouled, but for some reason they're saying that I was the fouler. So the other thing that I would say is that, I think that it can be a pretty intense time if you have for people who do have issues with anxiety and depression, and it's good to know that going in, and it's good to, if you can, find out what the resources are. Don't be afraid to, talk to every college has. Oh God. Oh wow, that was a terrible shot. Every college has on-campus counselors and usually a psychiatrist, and so I think it's really good to just establish relationships there, which I know can also be hard because you're anxious, so it's you don't necessarily want to talk to a new stranger, but I think it's really worth doing. In my experience, anyway, that's the other thing that made a big difference for me. It looks like John Green's got to come out of the game. He's too tired. He's exhausted. He's fought like a demon. But we've got to. I like the way Shea's getting the ball out of the back quickly. We've got to show some more courage. Don't you feel that way, Meredith? Don't you feel like what we're really lacking right now? Maybe what we're lacking is width, and maybe what we're lacking is that the boys are a little smidge tired. Barkham's got to come out, and then we're going to bring on Reeves, and then who else is really tired? Green is so tired that I'm concerned about his health, which is never good. But we don't really have anybody to bring on for him. And we're going to tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do that. So that's going to at least toughen up our midfield. But I don't know. This is going to be, I'm not sure that we're going to be able to go to the semifinals by only drawing games. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe we will. It worked in the Women's World Cup. We made it to the semifinals while only scoring one goal. It's incredibly impressive. Oh, that was disappointing. That was some disappointing play, boys. Yeah, so don't be afraid to take advantage of that stuff as quickly as you can, or to establish relationships, just so the people who are at your school are aware of whatever mental health concerns you have, and so things don't kind of get out of whack or get out of control. But it's an exciting time, and I was very anxious, I will admit. Very, very. What's happening here? It's it's just a bunch of substitutions. They're making a double substitution, Meredith. It's bold. But we're also making it. All right. So Reeves on the ball. Then we got this guy. Who's out to the right? Nobody. Who's over here? No. We're just gonna pass to this guy. Yeah, that's a great call. I would have liked a little more width, but. Such is life. Oh, get out of bounds. Oh, man. See, this stuff that worked in FIFA 15 just doesn't work now. This cutback stuff that we used to do and all that just doesn't work as well. But you know who I miss, Meredith, right now? I'm missing the Golden Child for some reason. Feel nostalgic for the Golden Child. Meredith, you were a freshman in college 6 months ago. What advice do you have? Don't self-medicate with alcohol. That's great advice. Not just, it is a depressant, yes. That's, by the way, not just great advice for when you're entering your freshman year of college. Also, it's ongoing good advice. Oh, no! Oh. Everything worked out better than expected. Yes, don't self-medicate with alcohol is really good advice. And I'm fascinated in general by the I think people think that, oh, I'm going to college and ergo I should be like drinking alcohol until I throw up. But that's actually not a great strategy. And but because it's so widely culturally accepted in the United States that college students binge drink, that there really isn't a lot of high quality conversation about the underlying problems of binge drinking. And that's something so close. So close. We were so close, Meredith. We were so close to our first goal, but we've got a corner kick. We've got Adebayo Akinfenwa there. He's big and tough and strong. Not good. Not a good corner kick. Oh, the frustration is palpable as AFC Wimbledon still waiting for their first goal of the season. I've been fouled. I've been unjustly fouled. But I think they called it against me because of a long-standing conspiracy by referees. Oh. Meredith, we just need one goal and then the floodgates will open. I believe it. Adebayo Akinfenwa. Adebayo Akinfenwa! That's a great pass. Just get it into the box and see if something good can happen. Oh! Taken off of John Green. It's unrealistic. In real life, nobody steals the ball from John Green. It's another glorious 0-0 draw. Good luck to Avery and everybody entering college. I forgot that I put JJ's daddy on the back of his jersey. That's what he wanted to be known by, Meredith. No, JJ's daddy. He wanted to establish, that he's proud of his son. Thank you for watching. Best wishes.